Hello, my crafty friends. So I have done these two mini albums in the past couple of weeks, and I have been asked to do a tutorial on this one, although I have done a tutorial on this one. So I'm going to show you how this is similar to that. You can follow this tutorial and make this mini album. We're going to compare and contrast these mini albums today. Hi everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums. These are both from the spring collections of Graphic 45 in 2025. Both of them came from the bundle available at Scrap and Create, where you not only get the 12 by 12 patterns and solids, the 12 by 12 collection pack, the 8 by 8 collections, but you also get the ephemera and you get some ribbon and some charms. And I'll show you how I used them in one album, but not the other. So let's start out with a couple things that are similar. So if you wanted to make this, you would follow this tutorial. So first of all, they are both 8.5 by 8. Well, they're 8 wide by 8.5 tall. And they both have a 2.5-inch spine. They both have 6 individual pages, 6 signatures. They both have a hinge, and it's a simple hinge. It's not anything very complex or demanding. They both have hidden pocket pages. 3 of them are side-loading pockets, and 3 of them are top-loading pockets. Same. And obviously you can see I used about the same idea for the covers. I used the chipboard frames. This one I layered. The one on the right is on top. This one, the one on the left is on top. I used elements from the ephemera. I used rub-ons here. Here I used rub-ons here, and there's rub-ons there. There's ephemera glued to the frames. Now I did add some flowers to this one. It's spring. It's a spring album. Why not? This one I used ribbon for a closure. In the birthday one, I did not. So far, not too many differences. I did add chipboard elements to the spine for that one and for that one. Let me take you inside and show you more of what's the same and what's different. So again, there's a tutorial on this, and the tutorial shows you the inside front cover, which has a flap, one of the ephemera cards or cut aparts, something else on the bottom, and then this opens up. Sorry, spring, move out of the way a second. And there is a waterfall with a flap. So you can follow this tutorial and you will get this. So here is the inside front cover. I've got the 4x6, did I say 3x4? 4x6 journaling card. I did some rub-ons. This will open up. There is a waterfall and there is a flap. And both have this hidden little flap on top. So far so good. Now both of them have, for the front of page 1, a little pocket with a little card. Now this one is a little bigger, but I had this 3x4 card, and then I wanted these 2 borders, and then I added another strip of paper here just to sort of break it up. But this will open like that, and this will come down, and I have a piece of the ephemera holding this in. So let me show you this. So there is the tutorial. Now this is a little smaller, and I have a chipboard element here, but there is a pocket, and that will open up. That will come down. Instead of a piece of ephemera, I used one of the journaling cards. Oh, this stays in, and this one actually has a little tuck spot. And there's that, but still not too crazy different. Both of these pages have a side loading pocket. The Hip Hooray, I used the charms and ribbons on the top of the side loading pockets. On both of the collections, I liked having these stripes on the pockets. I think it added a little pizzazz to it. Here, let me show you this one. See? This is stripy paper. And doesn't it look good? I sort of like it. All right, let's look on inside on the back of page 1. So for the spring is in the air, we've got a flap that opens. There is a piece of ephemera, and there is a tuck spot. So for back of page 1 here, same thing. Flap, some ephemera here, and that is a tuck spot. Okay, so follow this tutorial and you can get this. Now also, this page is similar. I did change a few things. So we've got a chipboard element on a flap that'll open like that. And then here is a wider flap, which I don't have on the other one. I'll show you. Because I wanted to utilize this paper, and that's why I made this page. So this will open, that'll open. There's a tuck spot there. And then this flap opens like that. Another piece of ephemera is a tuck spot. And here I wanted to utilize the cut aparts, so that's why I designed that page. Oops, wait, this goes like this. So let me show you, and the spring is in the air, how it's different. So I have a chipboard element. This is on a 3x4 cut apart. And so this flap is the same, but I just didn't do the second flap. So this will open like that, and then these will open like that. It's the same size flap. I did put some of the stripy paper here just to add a little pizzazz to that page. And then here in the collection, there was this piece of ephemera. It was for ribbon, and I thought it would make a cute little tuck spot. So that is why I made that. And then this opens like that. There is that as a tuck spot, and that as a tuck spot. So I'm just missing a flap on this page. All right, let's look at the back of this. So here I have a wide side loading pocket. I think it's the same measurement. But I don't have, this is not the same. Let me go to this one. So for the back of page 2, I just have a short pocket, a side loading pocket, a narrow side loading pocket. So I have a chipboard element here, some fussy cut elements there. That opens like that. So that's how I did that page. But if you go to the back of page 4, you have the instructions for this wider side loading pocket with the flap. So that is what I did here on the back of page 2. And on the front of page 3 in the Spring is in the Air book is the double stack belly band, and I have that on the front of page 5. So it's the same. It's got two belly bands with photo mats inside. Bottom one is a bigger belly band with elements on the side. And here this opens like that. So that is the same for the back of page 2. So the instructions for this are going to be in this tutorial, but just mixed up a little bit. So this is the back of page 4, front of page 5. There's one whole video showing you how to do that. All right, let's continue with this one. So now let's look at the back of page 3, which is this piece. And I do have the tutorial for that one. I'll show you, but I just want to give you a look. And then I've got these stamps that are layered up on some chipboard. And then this page is just some of the paper pieced together with the stamps. So let me show you where that is. Okay, so we already showed you this. There is this flap which I'll show you later. This repeats in the other book, but we did that. Okay, on the back of page 6 is this flap with the stamps. So that's here. The flaps with the stamps. And then I just did paper piecing for the page opposite that. So if you want this, look for the back of page 6. All right, let's continue here. So here is the more narrow side loading pocket, which we already saw was on the back of page 2 in Hip Hip Hooray. And this goes there. And I think I had this like that. I may have, just to keep it a little tighter. So this is a belly band on a flap with a couple of photo mats and cut aparts, and that'll open like that. There is what I call a cheater pocket, just because it's glued on a couple of sides. There is a pocket on a flap on the bottom, and then this will open up to show you the stacked pockets, smaller on the left, larger on the right, and ephemera holding that. So there is a tutorial on this page, these 2 pages. It's going to be in the Hip Hip Hooray. If you look for the back of page 2, front of page 3, you can find the tutorials. The measurements are the same. I mean, I may have done different things, like here I rounded the corners on the photo mat, but that's minor. All right, let's continue with Spring is in the Air. So on the back of page 5, front of page 6, I again have the flap. I mean, just a simple flap with a couple of pieces of ephemera. And this time I didn't make a pocket, I just used one of the cut aparts, and this is just paper piecing on the back of page 5. In the Hip Hip Hooray, and this is the reason why I had to change things around. Hip Hip Hooray had this page, and I wanted to do something different with that. You may remember it has a little flap there. This is just raised. This is a shaker. And then this is a coordinating page. This is the same as this one. This is just in the 12 by 12. That was in the 8 by 8. And it just had different things to the collection that we didn't get with the Spring is in the Air. So that's why I had to change things up and repeat some elements in Spring is in the Air. So for the final page, back of page 6, I did another stacked belly band. I was utilizing things I had already cut, like there were this element, the stripes, and this I think came from the same page as the stripes, but this is from 12 by 12. That was from the 8 by 8, and just I added that. I loved this paper and I wanted to use that. But the inside back cover for both of them had this flap with a pocket. If you follow me, you find that I do a lot of that for the very last page. This one has a magnet. I've got a chipboard element on the Hip Hip Hooray. This I used the 2 circle closures with a charm on the string, but it's the same thing, just decorated a little bit differently. So since I hadn't used the charms up to this point on the Spring is in the Air, I decided I wasn't going to introduce it for that. So again, they're similar, but not exactly the same. Let me take you through it one more time so you can see. We've got this, the flaps, that pocket. This one has the 2 different size pockets inside. This one has a pocket on the page. Again, the paper was different. This paper had wide border strips, whereas the other one didn't, and plus I had that pretty little piece that reminded me of a picket fence for the other one. This one has some paper piecing. This is a flap. So this is the same for this one. Here. So these are the same. So this is in the tutorial. This will be on the back of page 3, front of page 4. You will find how I made this. And again, the cutting of the paper wasn't exactly the same. So let's do it this way. Inside, back, inside front cover, front of page 1. Back of page 1, front of page 2. Back of page 2, front of page 3. Back of page 3, front of page 4. It's changed here now. Back of page 4, front of page 5. Back of page 5, front of page 6. And back of page 6, inside back cover. And here is the outside back cover. So again, similar, but a little different. So anyhow, I wanted to show you that real quick and give you a side-by-side comparison. Show you how Graphic 45 will bring out a couple of papers at the same time. But aren't they gorgeous? They're totally different, but still very pretty. So there are walkthroughs on both of these albums, a little more detailed. And there's the tutorial on this album, which again is similar to this. So just keep all of these videos able to look so you can see when you figure out what page you want where, then you can start making this album. Just figure out what page style you're going to put, and you'll find that in this tutorial. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of your comments on these newest Graphic 45 videos. I really appreciate them. You were all so kind. Thank you so much and have a fabulous day.